Do you hear the calling? I don't hear any music. We need to fix that situation right now. Where's my music? Alright, let's get back into this. Wake up, Lexi. Shake her real quick. Shh. Do you hear the calling? If not, here we go. Welcome to the Chaotic Calling stream. I am the DM Starwind, and I'll be taking some of these adventurers on their journey through the world of Elsperia and perhaps other places. Joining me, we have one less Goliath. We have Suffix, the Yanti rogue.
Why, hello?
We have Chara, the cute kobold of Druid Moons.
Hi guys!
And I have a choppy connection, it seems, because I cannot get your voices to come over clearly, even though I bet Discord's messing with me too, because they don't want us, we're not boosted like all them cool kids. But, either that or it's probably this face rig where we're trying to illuminate Crimson. So I'm just going to go ahead and kill that. See if that helps improve our quality real quick. But hopefully tomorrow I'll have some good news for you guys as I try some new stuff to try to get better, better internet. Anyway, that's not what we're here to do. Let me just edit one thing real quick here. Go ahead and pop that off. So, at the start of the session last week, we found ourselves out in front of Granny's Grumbles, preparing to move on into the marketplace. Across the way, there was a priest that the players were familiar with, and through visions they saw about Ninny. Tagging along was Arya, who appeared to the group for the first time, and explains to Liana that he was going to come out and help Ninny. Convinced from the Otherworlders, Liana explains that things have changed, and Chara explains that the priest is a bad man. Informed of the new information, Arya explains to Shalvar that she is sorry for wasting his time and has to take him up on his offer at another time, another day. Excuse me. Shalvar is seen casting something on Arya, but no one was able to point it out in time to do anything. They managed to part ways with Shalvar and proceeded to make their way to the market and learn about jewelry and making of such things. The three reptilians of the group found out that they might be able to use Draconic to communicate in secret. They are then led to the market and are where many canvas stands sell fruits, vegetables, cooked meats, and other knickknacks and baubles such as gems, jewelry, and other shinies that seems to attract quite a few of you. There they met a woman in blue robes, and her eyes are closed with two giant eyelashes drawn over her brows like halfway suns or whatnot. There they exchanged jewels and gained some gold and buy some services. Chara bought a jeweler's gift to give someone later on. They also discovered some of the familiar foods like hamburgers at one of the stands nearby. They then find themselves finding a library where they meet a halfling named Dewey, who helps the players find books of interest to see if they can learn to read. It soon becomes apparent at the time of them trying to read and write, they slowly start to understand the language of this world, as if it were their own. Claiming Dewey's books magical, they quander over the sudden overcoming of illiteracy. A book about making jewelry in Draconic is found and checked out along with the picture book. After sullying Dewey with insults and talking about granny smut? Question mark? Why are you being distracting? I cannot read what you're posting and you know it. You guys are nasty. Just terrible, terrible human beings. You should be ashamed of yourself. Anyway, so Suffix attempts to see if they had orders on them. Oh, okay, no, I skipped ahead because you distracted me with your beeping noises. After sullying Dewey and insults about the granny spot, the group finally manages to leave and find a group of cultists of Ironforge who were tailing them. Suffix attempts to see if they had any orders on them by sleight of hand. They catch them, and then they draw scimitars for trying to steal from them. A commoner who was just strolling by made their way in the group and seemed smirkier. But soon after diffusing the situation, Suffix found finds his shard missing. He then accuses the cultist. Fighting ensues, pocketing other money to others, and group manages to knock out most of the cultists and turn into the guards and search them all for the shard that is missing. None of them have the shard. And then Dewey is the suspected thief. After accusing Dewey and finding out he doesn't have it either, Suffolk's visage started to vanish. It seems the further away you get from the shard, the less connected to the world he was. In a desperate attempt to find help, the group travels to a magic shop and asks the man inside to help them. In turn, he assists by casting a locate object spell to locate the missing shard. The path leads to a strangely placed shack somewhere down below in the southern districts. Dodging or activating a few traps along the way, the group manages to find a roguish hideout where gambling was taking place. On the other side of the door, the shard was pinging, and Suffolk manages to get his shard back from the thief who stole it, the commoner-looking person who was seen shortly before in the streets, before the cultists were the problem. Now they're in the halls of a gambling hall. What will happen next? And that's where we're at, right?
Yes.
We are currently down in Odysseus for the moment, so hopefully she'll be able to find her a good place to come back in, but remind me, because I didn't get to see the ending of the last episode before I wrote this, but you just sleight of handed your shard back, right?
Yes, I did.
Alright. And is this commoner aware that you did? I can't quite remember right off the...
No. They didn't notice.
Alright, so they just kind of go off about their business, and then maybe a few moments later you could see them patting themselves, and then they're kind of like cursing all of a sudden, and then they look like they're about to leave. But I think at the moment Odysseus grabbed a whole bunch of dice that were in front of this group, and she's like, alright, let's play. And she's shaking bones and trying to make money for you guys. When she gets back, I'll have her make some checks to see how well she did. But in the meantime, you guys are kind of like stuck here for a moment. Is there anything you want to do?
Well, I was kind of sitting on Odysseus' lap, so...
Oh yeah, so you're just right there cheering her on.
Yep.
So, yeah, What about you, Suffix?
I'll just try to blend into the crowd and ask if I could also play, or...
Well, it depends. You are a rogue. What do you want to do? You have options.
I'll try to play.
No, you have options in this kind of place. But
yeah, and I'll try to blend into the crowd.
I will ask you to
steal some stuff.
Yeah, if you're gonna go that route, I will ask you for a stealth check to blend. Stealth check to blend.
Nat 20.
Shit.
Double 20.
At this event. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, jeez, you're gone. Nobody knows where you are. But, yeah, so... Browsing into this crowd, you see multiple targets of interest. There's large humans, there are half-orcs, there are even a few half-elves. There's a couple of gnomes in a corner, there's a halfling talking to this, another human, from what it looks like. And there seems to be a couple of drows wandering around as well. I mean, there's all kinds of flavor of people here. You tell me what you're kind of like looking for as far as suspect, and then I'll give you some more information as I see it.
I like to investigate to see who looks the richest.
I like
and
that.
try to pickpocket that person.
I would like for you to make an investigation check as you're like gauging everybody around you and trying to judge them.
6.
See that half-orc over there? You don't know what that big sack is around his waist, but I bet you there's something valuable in there, maybe.
Okay, I will try to steal from him then.
Alright. So yeah, you kind of like slink over. And this half-orc, he's just watching the crowd. He's got his arms folded so his belt is fully exposed. He's wearing like loincloths and whatnot, and this bag is like tied to his belt.
Okay.
If you need any other information, ask. But
slowly reach and grab it.
all right, let's see how you do here. Chat, you'll be my witness. There you go. There's like maybe +2 to that. Maybe there isn't, but you managed to slip it off his belt. And it's funny that this thing is like, let me see here, maybe about a little bit bigger than a cantaloupe. It seems to have like a roundness to it. And it's like a leather sack that's tied up. But you managed to get it untied and catch it before it hits the ground, and he's unaware of it.
Okay.
As you catch it, you feel a little dampness on part of the bag.
I sneak back a bit and try to rummage to see what's in it. Or how big is this room anyways, now I think about it?
This room, oh gosh, I mean, it's like an open area here, so we're talking maybe, I want to say 50 by 50 at least. There's other rooms connected to it, but the room itself is open and pretty basic.
Okay, I'll try to get like 10 to 15 feet away.
Yeah, you can easily slink off to a corner. He's been watching this game, and all the corners seems to have the most shade.
Okay, I'll slink off and see what I got.
You slowly open up the bag, and you find a severed orc head. It's just got like a nasty old tusk on, like poking up, a nose ring inside of it, dulled eyes. It's been in there for like maybe, I don't know, this might be a recent kill of maybe an hour to, I don't know, make a medicine check if you want that information, but it seems like a recent kill from the smell of it.
Okay, I'll slink back in and just drop it near him and then slink back.
Do a sleight of hand.
Or
sleight of hand to do it undetected.
Okay, 13.
This half-orc turns his attention towards you as soon as you do it. And he looks at you sternly. What do you think you're doing?
Sir, sorry, I was just wondering what is in that bag. It looks wet, and I believe it's falling off your pants, and I pretend to, like, see.
Make a deception check as he reaches down to re-secure the bag.
20.
Alright, we'll see how this goes. Hold on, I gotta look something up for an orc. This is too close to call, I gotta find out. Alright, so there's a wisdom bonus to this. Oh, okay, I guess we're not gonna find anything because that's the character itself. Okay, we'll just look a bit more. Just checking something real quick. Oh wow, you lucked out. He takes the head, he resecures it, and he just grumbles like a damn string won't stay tied on tight enough. They got to kill somebody. They fucking stay where they're supposed to. So you seem to have gotten away with whatever you thought you were doing there.
Okay. And I'll just try to sleight of hand maybe one more person, just to be.
Tell you what, make another investigation and figure out who's your target.
15.
I'm just putting numbers to races here. So you're looking around and you notice these two darkened elven figures are just like chatting in a corner. And they don't seem really interested in the game. However, that's not what interests you about them. What you surmise is that these nice blue capes that they're wearing, you can see a bulge off both of their hips. And you guarantee there has to be money there. Your snake senses tell you so.
Okay then. And they're at the corner?
Yeah, they're like in like one of the four corners. Like if not the closest to the door, but like northeast, if you were to look at it from as you're coming in. As if you were coming from the south.
Okay, I'll try to slink my way over there.
Okay, if you want to stealth ahead, go ahead.
Yes. Stealth, there you go. No, why do you... 20... 27, correction.
Wow, they rolled a 1. Alright, good for you. You're invisible, for the most part.
Okay.
Wow, what do you want to do now? You think you're in position, you don't think they notice you yet.
Okay. I rub my hands, and I say, I think to myself, I got this. I believe in myself.
He says to the dice, blowing on him, hopefully.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Slightly. 24.
Not bad. You get to the side of one of them, and he pulls his cape back for a moment, and you kind of freak out. But then the cape slowly comes back to a rest. But before it does, you snag that bag.
I say, and I think to myself, that's good. And I walk away. Don't get too greedy.
Don't get too greedy, huh? Alright.
Yeah.
So, yeah. As you walk away, there's cheers going on in the little gambling arena there. Char, if there's anything you want to do at this point, like, I know what Odysseus is trying to do, and you're there cheering her on, but at the same time, it's like she's doing the same thing over and over. But if
I'm just watching.
Yeah, like if Chara finds something interesting she wants to look for, you let me know, alright? But
Chara's just being cute.
Alright, so what do you do now, Suffix?
I'll go ahead and walk away and investigate my earnings.
Alright, so you open up the bag, making, I guess investigation or perception, however you want to see it, just kind of see how much you got there real quick.
Perception. 13.
You find about 35 gold pieces. And
what again?
35 gold, and hold on, I'll type it if I'm not coming through. 35 gold and 9 silver. Can you hear me alright?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright. 35 gold and 9 silver are now in your hands.
Okay.
Well, we are still trying to drag things out. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'll take a coin and flip to see if I want to do it again. Give it a chance.
Well, you know what to do. You can flip it yourself.
1, I do it. 2, I don't.
I mean, you don't have to follow the coin, but...
You don't want to be too stupid.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. Well, considering the fact that you guys hear as this other drow gentleman who came in with you is like, we need to be going soon. I have to get back to my shop. And No Dice is like, yeah, one more roll. Come on, give me some.
Oh yeah, him. I'll tell him. I'll go back and tell him everything's fine. You can leave now.
Oh, good. Then I will leave you guys to it. Don't get shanked. By the way, those two over there, kind of points to the other drow. Don't fuck with them. Bye.
I kind of wave my tail at him.
He waves you off and goes back upstairs and that's it on them. You know, still got Liana and Asmaria waiting outside for you too.
I'll leave and I'll go inform them that everything's fine. Everyone else is just gambling down there.
Gambling? What the hell's wrong with you tubes? Threes. How many more of them were there? Damn it, area. Count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, what the three are you doing down there? You need to get back up here so we can keep going. We got shit to do today.
I'm gonna look up at a dice. Can we go now?
Oh, I guess. And Odysseus will have to pick up on her earnings whenever she gets on. I was going to try to make this a little bit more memorable, but yeah, she's a bit inconvenient at the moment, so we'll get her when she gets back. But yeah, she finally picks up whatever she won or lost, and then makes her way out. With the little Chara following behind or right beside her.
Right beside her.
Mm-hmm. And Arya just kind of like, how freaking time. You guys want to go back to the market and pick up your shit?
What shit?
The amulet that Odysseus asked for, Liana chimes in. I mean, you can't go back. Yeah, you're still in town because Odysseus was waiting on that amulet to be made.
You
Yes.
can do that.
Let's go get my amulet. Odysseus chimes in, and for the most part, I mean, unless there's anything else you want to do in town, scene kind of changes to where you guys go back to the marketplace where you met that vendor, and she has a prepared amulet of the stones that she asked her to put on there, ready to offer to Odysseus. And when she gets back, we'll let her know that she can write that in her inventory. But yeah, is there anything else the two of you want to do?
I don't really have much to do.
I'll go ahead and ask Char. Hey Char, so what was it like back in your world?
It was fantastic.
Like what
Lots
did you
of greenery, lots of hunting trips, lots of nature, serving my master. He's amazing. Gold dragon, really pretty. Don't say that I called him pretty though.
He'd rather be called strong, brave.
Yeah.
I personally lived in the forest of the swamp.
Swamps are stinky.
Yes, it was fairly dank. A lot of poisons there, a lot of magic.
I have a question. What language are you speaking in?
Draconic.
Yeah, draconic.
Alright, just thought I'd check for a friend.
And I tell her it's Diane's name's Sepin if you wanted to know.
Do what?
That's where I live.
Oh.
Sepin. Not much. Roughly the size of Texas. What is a Texas?
Yeah, what is it?
What is a Texas? I don't understand that.
Anyway, Liana and Asmaria like load up the wagon, and I guess all three of you are just pretty much put back on the wagon and free to head back to the retreat for now.
Mhm.
As you finally as you guys are like finally rolling out of town, Liana kind of like bends back and says, "So, that's Calvona. What'd you think?"
back where I lived, if you stole from somebody, you get your hands chopped off.
Yeah, but we didn't find a thief. Did you find a thief?
I'm just saying, anybody steals, they get their hand chopped off.
Yeah, I found my shard, luckily from that gambling den.
Well, you guys did wind up in a roguish place, Area chimes up. Lucky to be alive, because they probably would have stabbed you in the back if they thought they could take you.
I don't know why they would stab a little kid.
Bet you were too cute for them to kill.
I don't know. I've seen cuter die for less.
Yeah, don't think your cuteness is going to get you through for everything, because Lord knows it ain't. She kind of scoffs a bit and just kind of like...
I was just trying to compliment her. Come on.
Well, Area wasn't directing it towards her at all.
Okay.
But, yeah, she's just kind of like embodying herself and just kind of like leaning forward at the front of the carriage, just kind of like looking into, like having a self-reflection type moment as she's watching the horses carry you guys further down the road.
Area, can I see your hand real quick?
Huh? Well, why? What's up?
I just want to look at something.
She shows you her hand.
I'm gonna make an investigation. Well, would it be an arcana?
Arcana would make more sense if you're looking for the spell.
Yeah. Fuck.
You don't... I mean, even with a really high Arcana, you couldn't really tell what happened there. But...
Is there any visible mark or anything?
No, there's like a bunch of scratches on her hand, but you don't think that's from anything magical. It's just the way that she fights. Like, just looking at her hand, you could tell she's in a lot of scraps.
Okay. Hi, thank you, Miss Varia.
Oh, anytime, little one. She's just so cute. Yeah, she's a cutie. But meanwhile, you guys are, like, further away. Make perception checks as you're fixing to turn off into the forest.
Oh god. Chara, what happened?
She went fine today, apparently. Alright, so you guys, thinking you're pretty much off, pretty good, turn on to the main road that leads towards the retreat. And upon returning to the retreat, you find Asmaria, the other woman who's been with you guys. Looks like she's doing laundry. Like, you can see her putting up bedding up in the air, like she's throwing a cloth up on a clothesline and setting it out to dry. So she's doing laundry for now. And she notices you all coming back. So, how did the market go? You guys do alright? We got a lot done, and apparently these guys made a little bit of money. Well, that's great news. Well, did you guys have supper yet? If not, I can make some supper real quick.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry.
What were you saying?
The burger was not that filling. But yeah, I'll still go for food.
You do realize when you chomp down on your burger, you draw a lot of attention. At any rate, that's out of character.
He doesn't know that.
No. That's why I was rolling a lot of perception checks after you did that. I was like, But yeah, so everybody's like getting out of the carriage and everything, and Odysseus is admiring her new necklace and wearing it proudly, I would assume. And, you know, you're led into the retreat. And as you can still remember, in that one room that is kind of like curtained off with light silks, you can see the figure of Ninny just resting there peacefully on a bed. And you
I want to perceive where Crimson is.
Make a perception. You like you look all around, of course, and then you do look up to the old raptors that are in this building, and you can kind of see a shadowy figure like lingering there. You can see a red tail dangling down, lazily snapping every so often, like a fly was like coming near, and it just that fly. Bzzz.
Is it low enough so Chara can like swing at it?
Jar would have to make about a 3 or 4 foot jump.
Dang.
Yeah, like, these raptors are. Don't try to do what she was going to do.
No, I want to try to pick her up.
You don't know what she's doing until she says she actually does it. No, don't be playing like that.
Suffix, could you help me? I'm a little bit short.
Yeah, of course.
And welcome back, Odysseus.
I am here.
Yay!
Welcome back.
By the way.
You just so you can recap on what we did. You gambled, and
Okay.
we left the gambling hall because we drawed it out as long as we could, but we had to leave eventually. And on top of that, are you able to log into Roll20, or do you want me to roll your sheets for you?
I only have my phone on Discord. I can. Let me see if it works.
Yeah, like you
If
should.
you're
be
trying to do it through the app, it don't work.
Yeah, you need to actually pay for upgrading Discord. I mean, not in Discord, I mean in Roll20.
I'm going to roll your dice for you to see how well you did.
Okay.
Let's see, what would this be?
And your necklace is done, by the way.
Yeah, and
Yay!
You have your necklace. We're gonna say strength since you're throwing these dice around like a barbarian.
Oof.
So you get a 19. I would say you brought home an extra 25 gold. So I will move you up to 176 in gold. Wow, you're rich. So that's your winnings.
Okay, so I'm in the Roll20. Let me see if I can pull up my character sheet.
Alright. And then we pretty much, after we picked up your necklace, we pretty much head back to the retreat where we are now. And apparently they're gonna piss Crimsu off real quick. Because that always goes well.
Did it roll?
Yes it did. Strength save of 23. And
It rolled 2 strengths?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, it's like I'm trying to make sure that if I roll something,
The
It will
23 was
actually-
yours, but the 19 was star rolling for you.
okay.
Yeah, we've already saw that. Now that you're here, we can...
I can't see any of them that I roll.
Alright, well, as long as you can reach your sheet. So, Kodak will no longer be joining us. Sad face. Not really.
Has he been banished already?
Yeah, I'll let you know what happened after we get done. That way...
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's like table talk. We'll do that after. But, yeah, so for the most part, you guys are back home. And you're able to, like, chill out, relax. Asmaria's making you guys a meal. Liana's putting away her earnings from the trip. And Aria's just, like, checking in on Ninny at this point.
Okay.
So, and what are you doing there, Char?
I'm going to lightly and playfully smack Crimsu's. I'm guessing he has a fluffy tail, like the tip of his tail's fluffy or something.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, well I'm just gonna brush the tip of his tail with my talons.
Alright, so... Somebody helping you?
Yeah, I'm
Suffix is
looking.
helping lift me up.
Alright, so as Suffix lifts you up, you go striking out. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check to see if you can hit him.
Do I have to roll athletics to actually lift her up?
No, you don't. She's like... So here's what happens. As you try to... he like swings his tail upward to where you can't reach it, and all of a sudden it comes back and smacks you lightly in the head. Psh,
Meow.
what do you think you're doing? You hear him wake up. The
I
rafters
just
up
wanted
there
to know
start
if
to
we
creak.
had any more things that you wanted us to do.
Seems another one of you have disappeared. And he's kind of like... Yeah, you look on the table and you can see the shard that once belonged to Kodak.
Oh.
It kind of swoops down. He kind of like ensnares it into his lips. And you see him go through the silk curtain over where Aerie is. And she needs to get on this map.
Can I peek in?
Yeah, it's see-through. You can see him clear as day.
No, I mean, like pull the curtain back a little bit just to get an eye.
Yeah, sure, you can.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Yeah, and Crimsoo's just kind of like floating over here, and he kind of like sets it next to her pillow with the other two crystals that have been representing your other two companions who have vanished.
Uh-huh. It seems like we're dropping like flies, Mr. Crimson.
That's why I'm not leery on sending you out on another mission just yet.
Okay.
I had some interesting ideas if we did stay a small party, but I'll share them with you later. For now, it's like, this is going to be pretty much a leisure run unless you guys do something stupid.
Okay.
But, yeah, so, like... Oh, man, I'm trying to think here. Like, the basic scene is, like, you could see Aria just kind of, like, running her fingers through Ninny's hair. And she just longingly stares at her. Crimsoo just kind of like,
Would they be mad if I just came through the room and was just... I just want to see her, like...
You may certainly try.
Yeah. Is Liana in there, or no?
Leon is sitting out here drinking some tea, waiting on Ask Maria to finish cooking.
Mr. Crimson, can I come in and look at her? I didn't really get a good look.
I don't care. And
Yeah, I'm just gonna lightly go in there and just look at her.
she looks very peaceful. And Crimson, like, circles the air for a moment, like he's doing a circle flip, and then you see him vanish. Like a coil of flames that kind of encircle his body, and he vanishes.
I guess it's nap time for him, maybe?
Oh, he seems to like to do that a lot. But he's usually not out in the open. I'm surprised he's even out now, Harriet tells you. She's like watching over.
Well, he's the one that's been training us.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Doesn't usually take an it. What are these things anyway? She picks up one of the shards that belongs to the others.
I would put that down, Arya.
Okay. As she sets it back down, though, you see it kind of like glow for a moment. And then it vanishes. Oh shit! What the hell did I do?
Yeah. Crimson?
Shh, shh, shh. She like puts her hands over your face telling you, shh. Don't.
We need to tell him the truth.
No, we don't. We don't. And she's like shoving her hands across both your maws, trying to hold it shut. She's like, no.
I'm gonna stomp my feet really, really loud, and then wiggle my tail on my tail.
She like lets you go, and she's like, no, we don't say a word, okay? There's still two there.
Liana!
What's going on in there? No,
she touched it and it vanishes.
I did not. Yeah, I did.
I'm just picturing the sweat she has. Like,
be like, you little tattletale.
Yeah, she's like, you little. Oh, but you're too damn cute to kill, so. And she's just like, got this look on her face, and she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I touched it, yeah, I'm guilty, I get it, but.
Is that man? He done something to her, Liana.
What do you think he did?
I don't know, but I think it was a spell. A really rotten one at that.
What? You think he cast something on me? Why would he do that?
I don't know, because he's a bad man, and you shouldn't be associated with him anyway.
But he was supposed to come out and do a restoration on Ninny, and
He's a
hopefully that...
bad man. He's stupid.
Yo,
But
he's stupid. No.
And here it is. It's like, you guys have all the context, and she's like, I don't have that context. What do I know?
So, Suffix chimes in. So I pull out my shard. I believe these are what connects us from different worlds to here. And what these are, I believe, are parts of Nini's soul.
Why did you go and tell her that? Suffix. What if she's cursed?
Destroyed one of her soul.
I just broke her soul. No. She throws her head into her own, the pillow next to her, and tries to cry on her cheek and everything. And she accidentally touches another one.
Oh my god, why would you do that? Why are you touching them?
Shit, it's not my fault. And it disappears.
Look.
And as you see the second one disappear, you can see movement in the bed.
Movement in what?
The body moved.
Nini's body move?
Yes.
I'm gonna take out my shard. Listen here, are you? You don't touch this, okay?
Oh, but it's so shiny.
No, don't you touch it, I'll bite you.
I'm not touching it.
Okay,
No.
I'm going to stick my shard to
Where?
her hand.
Wait. Whose hand?
The Ninnies.
Okay. You touch the shard to her hand, and you can kind of see her hand kind of react to if somebody was touching you and you're trying to swat it away in your sleep or something.
Liana, I want to try something else, and it could be risky.
As long as you don't stick it in her nose or in her mouth, I think we'll be fine. What do you plan?
I'm gonna jump on the bed.
Everybody,
and then I'm going to slightly poke the shard to her forehead.
Where am I in relation to everyone else?
Wherever you want to be. Come on in. You're at least at the table, which is in the center of the room. Otherwise, you can be in here watching this whole mess at the same time.
Okay, so I see her, prodding Ninny with her crystal. So I kind of look down at mine, and I come in and I start prodding her too.
What the hell are you two doing?
That Suffix will prod.
There was movement. I seen it.
As you guys are doing it, Arya instinctively tries to cover her up, and then her hand touches the third crystal.
God.
Damn
it!
Area.
And it vanishes. Suddenly you hear, what is all that noise? It's not any of the voices you're familiar with, except for maybe when you first came to this world.
Is it Ninny?
Hearing the voice, I'm gonna poke.
I'm gonna put my snoot up to her.
She seems to be opening her eyes, but all you see are vacant gaze. Like the blindfold that she's been known to wear. You could see white lines across her eye and face where something usually hangs. But as she opens her eyes, she just stares blankly at the sky, or in this case, the ceiling.
I kind of cross my eyes a little bit, trying to focus.
Yeah. I sense...
Suffix will lean over.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What are you doing?
How are you feeling?
I feel like I am waking from a dream, and you?
That's good. I'm gonna jump down and hop on Odysseus and be like, "Yay, she's up!"
Do we see her mouth moving?
We did it!
Yeah. She is talking. Her eyes are open, but her eyes look vacantly, whited. The irises
she's
are
blonde.
totally white.
She's blonde.
So she sits up and she looks at or she's not technically looking, but she seems to sense your direction. And you feel this soft breeze kind of like blow through the area. And she says,
"Is this that Kazuya person?"
And Arya just brings her arms around her neck and just hugs her close, like, "Oh, I missed you so much, Nitty. Are you okay?" And start giving her smooches on the cheek, and she just kind of like pets her face. Nitty does. It's like, "It's okay, Arya. I'm fine. You've all been worried, I'm sure. And our new friends here, as many as there was, I apologize for pulling you from your worlds."
"It's fine. You needed help." The little cobalt cooed.
Suffix will say out loud, "Hey, Crimsu, knees up."
Please, don't wake him like that.
Oh.
Yeah, this is coming from
happy.
Nitty. This is coming from Nitty. It's fine. He knows I'm awake. And you can hear a soft crackling. As if you guys were being watched this entire time. And Arya goes, "Look, it's not my fault, but she's awake. Leave me alone."
Hopefully,
Yeah,
she,
you didn't.
listen, she didn't disappear when you
Still
touched
touched it.
her.
I seen it.
I will not disappear from this world that easily, I'm afraid. Not until Kazuya claims me. I have much to do still. And now I've brought strangers into our world. And now you are my responsibility. She tries to stand up, but you can immediately see she is so weak. She falls back down and nearly... She seems like heavy breathed already because she hasn't been moving around or, in full physical form,
Suffix would like to help her up
And
if she wants to get up.
Well, Arya's
I'm too
right there.
short to help her.
Well, Arya's right there, kind of like blocking the way. Like, "Did you need to get up? I'll help you." And you could probably sidle up next. And she kind of says, "Oh, I need time to get my bearing. It's okay." And Asmarie is like standing in front, just wide-eyed, and you can see a smile on her face. "So glad you're awake. Been worried sick about you." I know you have. I know. I've been watching over you. At least I tried. But I don't think there's enough here to finish what we started. I might have to.
What's that name of the bad priest again?
Shalvar.
Nanny?
Yes, dear.
Who's Shalvar to you?
Hearing the name, she kind of like shudders. Shalvar was my uncle. Where have you heard that name?
In dreams. We've actually seen him in Roll 2.
Wait a minute, you mean that priest was your uncle? Wait, Arya, you've seen him too? Well, yeah, I was
He
about to bloody...
casted something on her. I seen it. He's a bad man.
Nini will take a look towards Arya. It's like, I don't know what she's talking
Look at her
about.
hand.
She takes Arya's hand, and she cups her other hand over it. And then you see a soft, effervescent glow just kind of like irradiate from her hand.
Mm-hmm.
And she just says, "Be gone." There's some unraveling of magic, perhaps. You can see sparks just kind of like disintegrate into the air. Little sparks of flame representing Ironforge, just evaporating. The will of Kazuya will not allow you to trace me. Wait, that was some kind of tracer? Apparently, he was going to track you to get to me, it would seem. How long ago was this done? And how long have you been here before I woke?
It was done not too long ago.
Yeah, like bloody 4 or 5 hours ago. Jeez, it's It's been a while. I didn't think I was that daft. Jesus. It's okay, Area. It's fine. But if I put us... Look, if you put us in danger, you're going to protect me, correct? Yeah, of course I am. Why wouldn't I? And there's nothing to worry about. She just kind of like slaps her in the cheek and gives her a soft nudge as her head like bobs against her forehead. Don't worry about it. And yeah, Area, as spunky as she is, she seems socially awkward for a moment and shy and just kind of like choking up a little bit. As Maria returns to the kitchen and brings back some tea for her to drink. Here you go, mistress. I brought you something to drink. Takes the cup, starts to sip it softly. And she kind of like goes back to your question. Who is Shalvar? The manner that you went to find him.
We know also how you got blind.
Seems that having a part of my soul allowed you to see more than you should. But I'm not embarrassed. I'm not disgraced by it.
It's sad.
It is. But by Kazia's will, I've been able to pull through. Now,
I don't think that we're safe anymore. I think he will try to get to you no matter what.
well, if he does, I should at least explain to why he would. Shalvar is probably looking to take control of my family's fortune. If the timeline goes as I assume, for some reason I'm not able to see those who are close to me as far as blood relations go. But I can kind of guess what he's about. He knows my dad, my father at the time, had fortune. He was a noble. And we had a manor in the city. And being my dad, he was too busy working and not enough home. But he acquired a lot of wealth. And Shalvar wanted a piece of that wealth. And then he wants a piece of everything that belongs to the family. He became a priest of Ironforge. I'm not sure how familiar you are with our religion. But
Not very familiar.
Ironforge's religion has been tainted, misled. They now worship Ironforge as a cleanser of those who cast arcane spells. It's like a blasphemy in the eyes of the fire god if you can cast magic spells, because they think you're stealing from their god. It's ridiculous. And I've heard many mages having to be escorted out of the realm of the Citadel. Pray you never go. But that's just the way of our world, and that's one of the orders that are in our world that can be disruptive to what we do here. Now, you've all come from respectable worlds. You've all come to mine. And seeing that you survived for at least what may seem like 3 or 4 days, if I'm not mistaken, there is plenty that still needs yet to be done. This ethereal bleed that tainted my soul in Timor. I'm not fully whole yet. And I think we might need more help. The ethereal bleeds
What do we need? I mean, you absorbed those one shards, did you not?
Yes, they are parts of my soul which allow me to reawaken. I feel sorry that they were not here to remain to help.
Yeah, me too. But,
However,
I mean, you got the best ones. You got the scalies.
Yeah, Scalies for life. And I go for a high five for everyone.
and
Kind of
Area,
just top up with smack.
Area and Liana look at each other like, what are we, chopped liver? Area makes that.
I mean, you're
offhanded
good too, Liana and Arya. You're still, you touched it.
Yeah, you touched it.
But yeah, and then he like pats her cheek again. It's like, it's okay. Don't compete with them. It's fine. But she goes on to tell you, it's like, I may not be able to stay conscious for very long. But for now, I wish to at least let you know what kind of agenda we should try to come up with. You've been told about ethereal bleeds, I take it, judging from the way Crimson's
We've been in one.
And I heard that's where we lost 2 of you. Must be careful transversing inside of these. But that's the problem. These bleeds have gotten tainted to the point to where now they can rip through other worlds. And if you're not careful, you might wind up somewhere you shouldn't be. However, with me tethered here, and you having a part of my soul, I'm sure Crimson showed you some tricks already to come home.
He gave me this cool +1 staff. I proudly show my staff.
He gave me these 2 fishing rods.
Oh, that's nice.
And some spices for the fish.
Yeah, this warm woman who's just trying to give you guys the hospitality you deserve in her eyes, and she just smiles gently towards everyone. Good, then my people have been taking care of you.
Liana's especially sweet.
She like pulls her hood over her face, like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, she's the best. She went out and tried to get a unicorn for your help.
Yeah, and I talked to him, and he was very nice, and I liked him. He did kick the giant in the face, though. He was getting too friendly.
She kind of giggles a little bit at that, and then she just kind of like lays back down after handing the cup off to Arya, and it's just like, I may not be slipping back yet, but I do feel like I do need to actually rest. Every time I've journeyed into your worlds, every world that I've seen, and it's been interesting, don't get me wrong, I haven't been able to rest. Like, I may be here laying asleep, but I've been so busy that I haven't really rested yet.
We'll leave you be, Nanny. I hope you rest well. I'll go back to the table.
She lays
back. We'll go back to the table.
Yeah. And Liana's just kind of like watching the door, letting you guys pass. As Arya like leans down, gives her another, like a kiss or something. From what you could tell, like they're like doing a brief kiss, and she's like, I'm not crying. And then he smiles up to her and it's like, of course not. Take care of them, and you'll be taking care of me.
Seth sees that she's crying.
I'm not. She walked out. She's got dirt in my eyes.
I didn't say that loud.
No, but she's like noticing you looking. Nothing's wrong.
Yes, there is. I see it.
No, you don't.
I see tears. There's tears right there, Arya.
She stomps out the door. There's some whispers exchanged between Asmaria and Ninny for a moment, and Liana goes back out to join you guys as well. Say Odice is at the table now, correct?
Yes.
Alright. Other than that, Asmaria comes out with the cup, and then she goes back to finishing the meal that she started. What would be a good meal to cook reptiles?
Mouses.
Fruit.
Mices.
That
Fruity.
would be human food too.
Chopped liver?
Fried chicken. What do you think?
Fried chicken sounds good, yeah.
Whole chicken?
Whole chicken.
Well, I mean, there are chickens in the back pen if you want to have one whole that way, but
I like scrambled to my feet. For real?
She's like, nope, sit down, don't go out to those, leave those chicken be. I got your cooked chicken.
We like
my
raw
eyes are all
too.
wide and I'm licking my mouth.
We like raw meat.
I will keep that in mind, but for now, I have cooked us up some chicken and potatoes. She's got a big old pot of mashed potatoes for you guys, and a whole bunch of chicken legs and chicken thighs, and oh, that's good fixing. It feels like I'm about ready for some KFC myself. But, yeah, she serves dinner, and, you know, the meal time is yours. As far as who's around whenever you guys are eating, you see as Maria, of course. She will join you in the meal. And Liana, of course. But Aria's nowhere to be seen. She seems to be outside pouting.
All the female worker here are so cute.
Did you say that out loud?
I say
yeah,
that
as
out loud.
Liana's like, excuse me?
Well, yeah, so cute. I can't help it.
Suffix and I don't know your name, I think.
I'm munching down on chicken.
Kissing.
Wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. Who's kissing again? Asked Maria, kind of asked.
I point at Suffix and I point at her and I give a smoot to the air.
As you see Suffix just like shoving one whole giant leg in his mouth. Come on.
Was it Liana or Asmaria? You're pointing it out. Asmaria asked the question, but Liana was the
I'm pointing at Maria.
I don't think I can get along with snakes, and I don't think I want to be kissed like that.
Hey, snakes are really affectionate. Don't you know snakes love for 24 hours straight?
Oh, God. Liana pulls
I
her
stick
hood
my
over.
tongue out and I slither it around, you know, like snakes do.
Liana
staring
excuses
at them all.
herself and walks out. Asmaria's like,
I kind of just go behind her, tugging at her cloak, and be like, "Where are you going?"
I'm leaving that conversation, thank you very much. And yeah, and as you come out here, you could see Aria like doing like practice chops against the dummy. Seems she's working out.
Do you need help with that?
Yeah! No, I think I got it. Thank you for asking, though.
Okay, Liana, I'll leave you alone. I kind of give her like a brief hug and then I scamper off.
And she'll go over and talk to Aria, who is playing with the test dummy. Otherwise, yeah,
so
you get...
Dices.
What do you say?
She's talking
Sorry,
to the dice. Are you with us? Uh-oh. Did we lose you, Skylar?
What?
Oh, Brett was talking. Brett's character was talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's kind of cutting in and out. What were you saying?
So Dices, what was your original world like?
It was really unlike this one. I would say a lot more mud and sweat. I meant to say fog, mist, sweat, air sweat.
Humid?
Air sweat. It's human.
Yeah, Asmaria's like, you mean humid?
Yeah. Wet air.
Sounds about right.
So, like, were you a hunter in your world, or?
I killed people.
Oh.
I believe that's
When
why
I
I
was
like her
14.
so much.
She kills people.
Okay. I was a fisher / hunter myself.
Oh. But you don't kill people.
Not normally. Normally the force would kill people when ventured in. Yeah.
Huh.
It was not
And
safe
I continue to
live
stuff
where
chicken in my mouth.
Oh, no, yeah.
Do you also get the urge that you want to strangle the chicken as well, or is that just me?
I kind
I
of
think
like
that's
look up
all
at
it
him.
As
My
Maria
eyes get
cleans
all
up her
wide again. The
plate.
raw chicken.
is.
As Maria quietly walks away with her plate half full and goes to empty it out.
Can I? Okay, I wanna like look around, and I wanna sneak out to the chicken coop.
Yeah, I want to do the same thing.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna kill the chickens? What the hell's wrong with you? Make a stealth check. Are you able to do that?
I will absolutely do that.
You will absolutely do that.
Suffix will
About
succumb to
5
the urge.
Pull up the page.
Oh my god, you crazy pups. Alright, we'll
Hold
wait for
on.
one more stealth
I
check.
gotta
right?
get. Can you roll mine?
Yeah, I can. I was gonna wait to see if you can, but I'll do it for you. Your stealth is right about here. Holy shit, I got you a natural 20. How's that sound?
Yay!
Yeah, so apparently you guys engrossed as Maria to lose attention, and there is a back door back here. So if you guys kind of like walk out the back.
Yeah.
And about around here, you probably see like a big old pen with the open field, and then there's like a coop next door to it. I mean,
Now,
I don't
we
have
should leave gold, or should we not leave gold for them?
My eyes are too wide. My eyes are just like dilated to the heavens. And I'm just sniffing at the chicken. And I don't pay any attention to what he just said. And I just go straight for the chicken.
Yeah, Chara's kind of drooling.
Like a drugged cat.
Alright, so here's the question. Do you
pounce?
You pounce one?
I'm going into a hunger-induced rage.
Oh god.
Whoa,
into the chicken
We'll
pen
just...
with my claws.
Oh my. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if I can't make this a real chicken coop back here. It's not too bad, I guess. Now I'm wondering if I could just find...
Those lovely chickens.
Plump.
Is there more than those? Or
Probably.
just
Well, those are the ones that are outside the pen at the moment. And Odice is out there.
Okay,
too,
then I
so-
won't feel as bad as doing it.
What in the hell is
There are
that
ones
noise?
inside the pin too?